Hello, you are welcome to I Can Make It today with Simon Asemata. What a joy to be alive. And I'm glad that I've come to share thoughts with you on I Can Make It today. There's something I wrote down I want you to know. They said, you are the only one who can make change about yourself. You are the only person that can make a change about yourself. Don't wait for somebody else. You know, a lot of people think that when they get married, they will change. No, marriage does not change anybody. Marriage reveals you, and marriage will expose you. Well, with me on this edition is Dr. Adeko. He has been a blessing. If you follow us in our last edition, Dr. Adeko was around. Today, we are back again today, and we are going to share it today. He has a lot of things to share with us, and you are welcome, Dr. Adeko.
Thank you, sir.
What a joy to come and for you to come to share thoughts. We are not taking it for granted. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much
All right.
for inviting me.
Thank you. Now, you were sharing something in our last edition, and I want you to continue. You just said something there before we went on a close.
Okay, it says, what's meant for you won't pass you by.
Wow.
If you feel like you are constantly getting no and nothing is going right for you, remember that what's meant for you won't pass you by. If it's meant for you, it will work out. If it's not, it will pass you by. Don't get disheartened by getting a no. Or if you don't get something that you wanted, when the right opportunity comes along, you will know. You know, I had the story of a man, and he said he desired to be to work in a radio station as a DJ. And he went and applied there the first day, and they told him there was no vacancy. He went back about 3 or 4 days later. They said, well, but you came here, we told you there's no vacancy. He said, well, maybe somebody has retired or somebody. They said nobody retired. The next week again, he came back.
Wow.
They said, are you not the same guy that came here? He said, yes. He said, well, maybe somebody is dead. They said nobody is dead. After a week again, he came back again to the same radio station. They told him, well, nobody has retired. Nobody is this. Nobody is dead. He said, well, maybe somebody may not just be able to come to work today. They said, okay. I mean, after he went there about 4, 5, 6 times, then they now finally said, okay, can you serve us tea? He said, at least just to enter in the place.
Yeah.
He said, no problem. If it is tea that you want me to be serving. He came in there and started serving tea. And one day, while he was there, the DJ that was supposed to go up on air was busy getting drunk. And the guy was so drunk, he couldn't handle the instruments. So the manager now asked him, can you go and look for another DJ, if there's another DJ around, that can take the air? Because they had to go up very soon. And he had been practicing, waiting for his opportunity. He said, well, he went and called his mom and told the mom, I said, don't worry, just go on the radio in the 15 minutes time, I'll be coming on air.
Wow.
And he went back and told the manager, said, there's no any other DJ around. The manager now asked him, I said, can you handle the equipment? He said, why not? He said, okay, try. And that's how he became a regular DJ.
Wow. That's
how his station changed. But notice, it was because he kept going. Even when they told him no, 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 he kept going.
Wow. What an exciting word. Kept him telling you no, no. You know, always no is not final. If somebody tell you no, maybe that no is to push you to a better place.
Oh, yes.
That no is for you to come to a place where you can say yes. Many times, when you get no for an answer, it does not mean that you are not good. It simply means that place might not be good for you.
That's it. Now,
when you get no for an answer, it simply means they are not prepared for you. Or they don't know for an answer, it simply means there is something better awaiting you. Don't be discouraged because somebody tells you no. You know, there's a drink we drink today. I don't want to call the name, it's a soft drink. I don't want to be on the Harvard seat. This drink, the person that founded the drink now started by doing one, and he already know what the taste will look like. He did number 1, the taste was not that good.
Yes.
He did number 2, the taste was not that good. Number 3, until he got to number 7, and he called it 7-Up. Why? Because he got it right according to what he has at 7-Up. And that's the drink that people buy and drink today. Let me tell you, no is not final. No is not. When you fail, it simply means you can do better. Now, it's an introduction. Even the president of Nigeria, the present president of Nigeria, failed 4 times. One time he was crying.
You know,
He
I often
cried.
tell people a story.
Yes.
A personal story. I said, when we were in primary school, in primary 1, there were 31 of us in class. I happen to be a twin. I'm Taiwo, and I have a twin sister, Kehinde. We both came 30th and 31 in class.
What a good man.
One of us was 30, the other was 31, out of 31. And we had to repeat primary 1. Now, but that failure then doesn't define us today. We have put it behind. Now, unfortunately, a lot of parents will have used it to label their students, their children, and say, you, this one, you can't pass, you can't do this, and all those things. But thank God our parents knew better than that. They never used it in addressing us. And today, all of us are doing very well. My twin sister, she's a professor in Ife. I'm here doing what God has called me to do now. So it hasn't affected us. But that we failed once. Failure is not final. I've often said this, failure is an event. Don't make it a part of your life. That you got no in something does not mean that that's the end. That you failed an exam. Listen to me, because some of you, your child failed an exam. Thereafter, I mean, you start calling that child Olodo, and all those kinds of things. And even the worst that I see, you see a teacher, a child failed an exam. When they mark the script, they will now draw the face of the child and all those things and put ears and all those things. Now listen, that the child failed an exam is just an event. That same child may end up becoming a professor tomorrow.
Yeah.
And so what will you be? You should be one that should even encourage the child and tell the child, look, that you failed does not mean that you're a failure. So we need to understand that.
Wow, that you failed. And you are just a practical example. You are a medical doctor. You are not just a doctor that got his doctorate degree just because somebody came somewhere and said, we'll give you an honorary degree.
No.
You practiced medicine for many years, and you are still in that profession. Now, and your sister that had the same number 30 and you number 31, or she number 31, you 30, is a professor today.
Yes.
That's to tell you, don't give up. It doesn't matter what has happened before. Don't allow your past to define you. Allow your present. Your present, what are you doing? That is why we always say life is a present. Open it. There is something good that God is giving to you today. You can make it. Don't label yourself failure because you have failed once. There are many people today that have labeled their wife failure because of they made mistake. They label their husband failure because of one mistake or the other. No, don't label your children failure. You know, I've always encouraged my children. You know, some children, they will go and write exam, and their parents will tell them, if you fail this exam, don't come back to this house.
Oh, yes.
And I've read stories where some of them will go write jam and they will go and hang themselves. Why? When they go to check the result, and they find out because they've written jam maybe 2 or 3 times, and their father have drawn their ear. You are this, you are that. You see, that is bullying. You are abusing that child. Don't abuse yourself. You see, you must not pass in everything. You don't have to, no human being is perfect. There are some things I'm not good at.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Yeah, there are some things, and it doesn't mean I'm a failure. You need to bring me to the place where I'm good. Then you will see that everybody has one weakness or the other. Today, if everybody was to be a professor, then who will be the other one? If everybody was to be a doctor, who will be this? If everybody, it's just that every one of us stand in the place of knowledge. Grow in what you know. Don't give up. Don't look down on yourself and say, yes, this one that I know, what means everything. Just begin to talk anything against yourself. No. I believe that you have some other thing to share with us. And we'll look at number 3.
Number 3, it says things will work out. You will be happy and you will get the things you deserve in life. Even if it's taking a little longer than you expect. You're on a journey and you are not at your final destination. So don't feel down about not being exactly where you are meant to be right now. Everything will work out at the end, and you will figure out the right things to do and the right path to take.
You see? So you don't need to give up. You need to encourage yourself. Maybe you have been doing business, things have not worked out. Just like that young man's story is there. You see, if he has gone, there's this young man that said he wanted to be an aeronautic engineer. Then he could not afford to go to school to learn it. to go to school about it. Then he now decided to attach himself to the workshop where they repair aircraft.
Aircraft, yeah.
So he attached himself to the workshop. He went there. They told him, well, you are not qualified. He said, but this is what I want to do. They said, we don't have space for you. He went back there and told them, well, they do not pay him. He just want to be a cleaner.
Cleaner, oh yes.
And the guy went into the hall there and started when they bring the aircraft, we clean the place. And the point of cleaning the place, and he was a volunteer. You know, a lot of our people, our generation, they don't want to volunteer. You see a child, the next thing asks you, what are you going to pay me?
Oh yes.
Now, those things will stop you. I've often told my children, service is the rent you pay for every space you occupy. Be ready to serve. It's not money first. Volunteer yourself first.
Oh, yeah.
Know what you want. Many years ago, there was a doctor called Dr. Mozua. He was a man sharing boundary, was a tenant in the other house. We were sharing boundary in my father's compound. This man, I will always hear good aroma of good food in his house. A doctor. The children were very small. And those days, he packed this Mercedes-Benz, this flat boot, fine one. And then there's another of his friends called Peso. All of them will come and stay in that place. They were young men then. I was a very young boy in my area. Then I begin to look, these people are very nice because I like good things. I said, how do I get connected to these good people? Because this is exactly the kind of life I wanted. Do you know what I did? I took a hoe one day because the man compound was grown with wheat. I took a hoe one day, opened the gate, enter. Nobody asked me to clean it. Nobody asked me to come and help.
So
I started weeding the place. Do you know the man came outside. They told there somebody's in the compound. They said that because they know man. They said, Simon, I started weeding the place. Do you know the wife went inside, and while I was weeding, I was still there. Nobody talked to me. The wife went and bring a plate of rice and brought it for me. Then I finished eating. I returned the plate. Then they were only the person that have color television. And they have this VHS cassette to watch. So
video.
The video. Do you know that the moment I ate that rice, I returned the plate, I watched the color television and that video for the first time. I opened curtain. I became very close. Before I know, I saw the woman ironing. I moved from the backyard now. I was inside the house already. I started
helping her to iron.
Then the next time when they saw me, when I wanted to go out, they would call me. When I wanted to go out, I was inside the Mercedes-Benz I love. They took me out to their grandfather's house. What am I saying? It is not money first. If they wanted to give somebody a job, they wouldn't have given me that job. But you see, you must first of all be ready to serve. Things will work out when you work it out. Things does not just work out on its own.
Oh, yes.
Today we have a lot of lazy people. They don't want to do anything. They want to blow. And don't wonder, when the blow comes, they are bleeding by all sides. Every blow will catch up with them.
Oh, that's true.
Every blow. And they are bleeding all sides. Listen to me. You can make it. You can succeed. I've seen people volunteer their way to success. I was in the hospital one day. The doctor was going on a ward round. This was the doctor's story to me. He met a young lady who is a doctor, but she has no job. And he came to greet somebody in the hospital. That young lady saw the medical director and said, sir, I like this hospital. He said, He said, I wanted to apply. He said, well, we don't have space. The doctor said, no problem. I will just come. I will volunteer. He said, He said, yes. That was that the lady came. Not doing any interview, anything, started working. At the end of the month, they pay her.
Of course. After a while.
After a while. Because she was ready to serve. A lot of people, listen to me, don't just stay there and say, things are not working. The economy is bad. Did you read the economy in your school? If you read the economy, what did you get? Do you think by reading economy that make economy better? Economy, general economy will always, there will never be any time where everybody is equal.
No way.
There's never be any time. Somebody says, my economy is doing very well, extraordinary, very well. You are listening to me? Yeah. My economy is doing very well. I operate an economy called abundance. Abundance economy does well. Why? Whatever say. You see, that is why when God wanted to describe us, he described us like palm tree, not cola nut. Palm tree. The description he gave to us, palm tree. You must be ready, many-sided wisdom, many-sided action. You should not be just one person, only what. Even some people, you ask them, oh, want to supply? They say, I don't do supply. No wonder I like some of our men. You tell them you want to supply, tell you what's the person. He will call the person will supply you.
Oh,
He will
yes.
make his own from that place. You must be ready to be committed to something. Don't sit down there and begin to complain. There is no future for spectators. It takes those that participate. I've never seen them share gold medal for those that went to watch.
They are playing Cup of Nations right now. At the end of the competition, whoever wins the competition, will be, apart from the cup, they will be given the gold medal. Then the second team will be given the silver medal, and whoever wins the third position will be given the bronze medal. But I've never heard of spectators being given any medal.
No medal.
For attending, or they don't say a spectator that have watched all the matches. I mean, watched everyone. He didn't miss anyone. They'll come and collect medal. No. Spectators are not given medals. And it's the same in life. In life, you must engage yourself. You must work things out. Listen to me. I love the statement I read. It said you will never be remembered for your good intentions. No matter how good your intentions are, nobody will remember your good intentions. You will only be remembered for what you have done.
Wow.
And that's why you must engage yourself.
Engage yourself.
You must, and I love what you just said. We must learn to work, and we must not put money first. When we put money first in life, then we won't get much.
You have even devalued yourself.
Because what you want to do first and foremost as a young person is that you want to grow. You want to master your trade. You want to master whatever it is that you are at. So the first thing is you want to be in a place where you can learn, where you can grow, not about how much you are going to make. Because when you learn and you grow, it will bring you all the money later.
The money, yeah.
But if all you are after right now is what I can do today, the money I can make today, you may be able to make some money today, but listen to me, at the end of the day, you will pay for it. There were some young men that were with me several years ago, and I told them, don't run after money now. I said the time money that you make money, money will come. But you find out that after every little thing, they want to go to one place where they'll give them a little amount. And I said, no, this is the time for you to learn. There's the time for you to learn. I mean, you are learning a trade. It's just like when I see someone is learning a trade, let's say like a mechanic. You are in a hurry to be a master. Don't be in a hurry. You are learning a trade. Let's say you are doing tailoring. You are learning a trade. Stay there and learn the trade very well. Whatever trade you are, learn it very well. When you master the trade, a time is coming when you call your price, people will pay it.
Yeah.
But you may rush out. You've not fully learned the trade, but you're in a hurry to make money. You go out there, and then you are there. As a mechanic, you are destroying people's cars. They may come first and second time. By the time you destroy their cars, nobody will coming back again. You are a tailor. You destroy people's clothes. They won't come back again. But if you learn the trade well, while others are charging a low amount, you may tell them, sorry, I don't charge this. I charge high. I remember a case while I was in my clinic. They brought a case for me. This was the case that was taken to another hospital in Buhari. And then they now said, oh, a surgery is needed. They said, no, we need to we will prefer this person to do it. So they came and met me and said, oh, we want you to handle this case for us. I said, fine. I said, well, if I'm going to handle this case, this is the amount I want to charge. This is the amount I'm going to charge. Then I said, but in Buhari, this is the amount they called it. I said, well, you can go back to Buhari. But they said, but it's you, we want us to help us to handle this case. I said, no problem. If you want me to handle it, you pay the price. Now, and because they know that I can handle it well, so they have to pay the price. But you see, what you can't handle well, sooner or later you will lose. So don't be in a hurry to get money. Rather, seek how to get the expertise concerning what you're involved in. And I have news for you. The money will surely come to you.
Yeah, because you see, a lot of our people today, you are listening to us right now, you say, oh, you people don't know. I think people are making money. That's why you are there. No. Find your passion. Stay there. Pursue it. You win. Once you know, you see, for example, if you look at, I don't know about the people that are leading in the golf industry right now, but I know about Tiger Woods.
Oh, yes.
As a young man, at the age of 4, the father had been training him on golf. He fell in love and is making money with his passion. You need to find the place where you are passionate about. Then stay there and do it for free. Money will come. By the time you are doing and meeting people's need, a good woman that knows how to cook does not beg customer from coming. Customer will go call themselves. Better they eat than they don't have running stomach.
Oh, yes.
And they will come back tomorrow. By the time they eat, they didn't finish there and now have a food poisoning, they will come back. Good thing has a way of selling itself. The same thing, you need to develop yourself for service delivery. You are there today, you are concerned about, oh, the economy is bad, things are not working in our country. Who said so? No matter how wood stay inside the river, it will not become crocodile in America. You have to know exactly what you can do and do with what you have. You can make things work when you are ready to pay the price. It doesn't matter where you are today. I told you I sold egg, I sold gari, I did kabu kabu, but today I'm not doing those things again. Even my wife that was going, we were going together, today we can sit down and say, oh, look at the journey. It is the process that make you qualify for where you are. Those of you that want to blow, no wonder you are bleeding. May you not bleed again. After you have heard us today on I Can Make It, you can succeed when you do diligent, process, pass through the process. You say you have a young man. I was reading a story about a young man just 20 years old that killed somebody, remove her eyes, and because he want to make money. And after they started claiming that he's mental. When you were going to the hotel, you were not mental. You slept with you were not mental. When we were driving car, your picture I saw was not a mental, but now you now feeling the guy is dead. You are now claiming mental. Stop deceiving yourself.
No, they will send him to a mental prison.
Okay, there's mental prison. All right. So it's just very important that what we are saying today, husband and wife, family, you need to encourage yourself. If you don't know what to do, pray. You are not a mistake. There is something for you. I don't know if you have anything to say concerning about these two things we have discussed, and so that we can call it a day today. And I know by the grace of God, by our next edition, you also be coming and we are going to be sharing these things together because you have a lot to tell us. Being a doctor for so many years, you are talking from experience. And I always call doctors with experience, I call them doctor without adulteration. You know, there are so many adulterated people. But you are not one of them. You are welcome, sir.
Okay. Yeah, what I would say is this, as we are rounding up today, is number one, I want you to know that your condition is not permanent. You may be having challenges today, but those challenges are going to help you.
Wow.
So know that your condition is not permanent. No matter what it is that you are going through, it's not permanent, and things are still going to change. You may be facing a situation today, but listen to me, know that there's a change is coming your way. A change is coming your way. If you will persevere, if you will stay with it, a change is coming. Don't give up. Whatever problem you are going through, you are not the first. There's no new problem. There's no new challenge. We may be, I love what you said, you may be a new generation.
Yes.
You said they talk about old school, but in the old school or new school, it's still the same arithmetic they do.
It's the same, you are a new student.
It's
There's
the same
no
1 plus 1 they
the same
do.
thing.
So
26 soldiers, the ABCD to Z.
Yes,
26.
yes.
Whether you be a doctor, lawyer,
It's still the
engineer,
same.
politician, 26 soldiers. Those soldiers are there.
It's the same.
They've never been improved on.
No,
You can be a security man, you read A, B to Z.
Oh, yes.
Doctor, that's the same thing. That is the same thing. So there is nothing like old school. We only have new students. Come humble yourself and learn so that you can grow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
And one of the things I'll say finally is understand this. Whatever area you're involved in, no vocation is better than another.
Wow.
No vocation is better. A doctor is not better than any other person. What you do with your vocation determines what you get out of it.
Wow.
So I love the way someone said, it says a bus driver, a pilot, a naval captain. They are only carrying people from one destination to the other.
It's the same driving.
The driver is using a bus, the pilot is using a plane, a naval captain is using a ship. But all of them are carrying people from one spot to the other. Now, your mindset as a person is determines what you get out of it. If you see yourself, well, me, I'm just an ordinary driver, then it will be an ordinary work. But you can be a driver, a bus driver, and make more money than a pilot. You can end up owning a chain of vehicles.
Yeah.
So when we see ourselves, they don't have this victim mentality. Change. You are not a victim. Tell yourself, I'm not a victim. I'm not an accident. Even if your parents said you came as a result of contraceptive failure, tell them, to them you may be a failure, but to God you are not a failure. God has a plan for your life, and that plan shall surely be fulfilled.
Okay, I want to tell you something. Say you may be a contraceptive failure, but you escape. They couldn't stop you.
Oh, yes.
You are unstoppable. You can make it. Contraceptive will fail. Every other thing will fail, but you will not fail. Until see again our next edition. This is Simon Asemota and Dr. Taiwo Adeko on I Can Make It. We want to say God bless you. Bye-bye. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.